Thank you so much for joining us today. Our guest on the show is Miss Jerusalem Mamsha. I'm so glad I got it right this time round, who's a cosmetologist at Abyssinia Hair and Beauty Clinic. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Did I get your name right?
Absolutely
I am
right.
so glad I did. Now tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, I'm working in Abyssinia Hair and Beauty Clinic. Abyssinia started 17 years ago, which is my sister started it. When she started it, it was very small and no capital actually. Her story, it was in the magazine as well. It was a beautiful story. She worked very hard. She was a very aggressive person. Now the second branch, she opened it in USA, in Washington State, in Seattle. She worked very hard. The place is really growing big. In fact, many people there, they were asking her, where did you get all this education? So she was telling them, in Kenya, we started in Kenya. All this education is from Kenya. So all of them, white, every person,
Everyone goes to her. She's self-taught.
It's self-taught, but at the same time, she was in a school, of course, different places. She was in France for training as well, especially for Ericsson product, Ericsson laboratory product. And now she's there for, the place is now 2.5 years, almost 3 years
So
now.
she trained you and passed it down to you?
I was in a school as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so it looks like it runs in the family.
It seems like, yes.
It's a passion.
It is. She is so amazing person. In and out, she's beautiful person. Yeah.
Just like you are, I have to say.
Yeah, you can say that, but she is so super she worked very, very hard. Yeah.
So let's talk about skin balancing. What is it all about?
Okay, the skin balancing treatment with from Ericsson Laboratory product. Ericsson Laboratory product, there are 14 different treatments. From the 14 treatment, one treatment for the eye zone area treatment, the rest for the skin, and there is a body as well. The body is 8, the face is 14 plus the eyes. One of the treatment is femininity. Femininity means is like for women only. They use by women. The reason why women they need only specific this product because of our hormone cycle. Hormone cycle means it's like when you're approaching your period, skin change, it looks dull. Sometimes you get breakout. Sometimes dehydration, dry, dull, tired skin. Because of that, the Ericsson Laboratory company, they produce these femininity products.
So what the femininity product does is to ensure that your face stays as beautiful as it's supposed to be, even when, say, you're approaching your menstruation? Or what exactly does it do to your system to counter that?
What happened, it protects the parent cell, which is parent cell means is like skin, of course, build up from cell and tissue, obviously. And then because of this hormone cycle, the skin looks tired and dull and dry. That's why there is a treatment like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, so that you control if you have that kind of problem. Many people, they have those conditions. Few of them, they don't have that kind of problem. Probably the lifestyle, the eating habit also contribute. So week 1, they take this. It's not a tablet. It's like a treatment, a serum. You apply it 1 week, for 1 week.
Oh, so this is not to be ingested, it's to be applied on the face. I actually thought they were tablets. I'm like, oh, no. This is some serious medication.
You apply week 1, and you start from this week 1. When you finish week 1, which is when you started your period, you start applying this. And week 2, the second week. Week 3, the third week. The 4th week. So by doing this, that dryness or oily or tired, dull skin become more glow and moisture and firm, nourishing, moisturizing.
Is this what you've done to your face? It's perfect.
I do it. I do this treatment as well, and for me, I have the whole treatment. I need to try the whole treatment, which is like Mesovit. Mesovit is a vitamin treatment. Perfection, when you go to the sun, you get the sunburn, and then you have different shade. Perfection, it brings the complexion. Energy lift for matured skin. Also the double chin. Some people, they have a double chin. We have for matured skin like DHEH. It's similarity to the femininity. That's also only for women. And we have also the fresh caviar, the caviar treatment itself, which is the best treatment.
What does it do?
I
am actually totally lost. There are only jargons being dropped.
Yeah, it's moisturizing, firming, nourishing. It's a pure extract for the fish eggs treatment. Yeah, we keep it in the fridge because it's fresh. It's not mixed with chemical and it doesn't have preservatives.
Again, used on the face directly or ingested?
Yes.
Okay, so if, say, for example, you decide this is a treatment that you're interested in, is it something you have to do throughout for the rest of your life, or do you do it at certain periods and then it's likely to last you how long, maybe?
Okay, the treatment, it has age group for this, especially for femininity, from 25 years for 45 for women. That period they can use. It's recommendable.
Throughout?
Not really throughout. Once the problem is solved, which is like if you have breakout or dry skin or dull skin, you can switch off to Perfection. You can switch it off for caviar, fresh caviar, Mesovit, or other product as well. You can mix up. It's not one time. It's not the rest of life of the treatment. You can't stick on. When you have the problem is solved, you can change.
So what you're saying is not everybody will be suffering from this condition. No. It only works for people who actually have that condition, where they get to have their face breaking out before their periods. Is there any other thing that would manifest on the face? Would it have an impact, say, if they're eating the wrong diet and it manifests on the face? Would this work?
Okay, there is a different kind of things. When you do, you can see. For example, I'm trained with this treatment, with this Erickson Laboratory treatment. I know a person come, there is the hormone, or there is also other things to eat, and like, for example, a wrong diet, and then you get a breakout. There is a difference. You can see when you see the person, the skin, you can tell which treatment to give, actually. Yes.
Now that you said it's age-specific, from between 25 to 45, you said, how about these days, because of lifestyle and such changes, there are girls who start menstruating as early as even 11. So what if they experience the same challenge and would want to use this treatment? Is there a contraindication to that?
There is no contraindication, but when they are young, still, that's between 11 to 25, there is a huge gap, actually. And they are young as well. It's not the hormone, it doesn't be too fluctuate so much. But when you reach 25, the hormone, it's so sometimes it goes high or sometimes it goes down. It doesn't balance most of the time. Yeah.
So is there an alternative where you can get to regulate the hormones from within instead of applying it on the outside? Say, like a sort of treatment that gets to regulate your hormones. Say, for example, people who have, say, very heavy periods or very painful periods are sometimes put on some hormonal drugs to just regulate it. Can you do the same for people who manifest this on the skin?
Okay. Now that's the inside. Of course, it's a huge thing that we can't treat that. That's a doctor's work. We advise, some people come with such kind of problem. We advise them to go and see a doctor, actually. But this one, it's just only the outside. And then we advise them, maybe it's exercise, relaxing, balancing the diet, drinking lots of water, resting, those are the kind of thing. It balances as well. When, for example, someone has stress and overwork, it's not the same and someone has 11 years, of course, she doesn't have any problem. I mean, she depends on her family, no much stress on her head. Probably she had that period, but her skin is still intact. But the person who's above 25, definitely they have more responsibility. And then that's the kind of thing, it brings the skin dull, breakout, and tired, dry. For that purpose, we have femininity treatment. Yes.
Tell us more about a skin cycle.
A skin cycle means it's the same what we talk now. The skin cycle, week 1, week 2, week 3, that's the skin cycle. That's why we have the treatment, the cycle treatment. This is the treatment, regulates that cycle and then control and gives you more farming, nourishing, moisturizing skin.
Are there possible side effects? I always believe to every positive there is a negative.
Okay, depends the person. Definitely 90% of our clients, whoever comes, they have no problem with this treatment. But sometimes it can happen because your problem is different, or they have allergy, or they have eczema, and they have also other issue. So we can't really tell this is the treatment you need to get. When they have eczema, skin become too sensitive. For sensitive skin, we have Dermacam as well, which is it's calming, soothing, and moisturizing the skin. So we combine, and we advise the client to use. This is, you need to start from here. And also, of course, eating habit, also that's the best thing. You can't rely on only the product. If you eat wrong thing, if you don't sleep enough, if you smoke, if you drink, that's not the same quality you get, quality skin you get. Who drinks lots of water, resting, balancing diet, organic food, all those kind of contribute for the person to get a very good moisturizing skin and young forever.
Oh, hopefully.
Yes.
Well, 17 years is not a short period of time, as you've mentioned. You guys have been doing this for 17 years.
Yes.
But in your experience, have you had people who have had side effects, and what was it? Or what is something that went not as planned that you have experienced, and how did you guys handle it?
Okay, yes. I'm not saying, it's not many, but yes, we did. What happened was like some treatment, not with femininity actually. The person she doesn't know she eats eggs, and she's allergic to eggs. So what happened, her skin, when she comes for the treatment, her skin start breaking out so badly. So she just came back and she asked, I did this treatment, look at my face. It's like big pimples actually. So we told her, this is not the treatment. This is within. You know it from inside what you eat. It shows, by the way.
How are you able to tell the difference that this breakage is from allergy?
Yes.
The breakage that I have, what is it from?
You have a good skin, actually. You should come just for maintenance only.
Oh, thank you very much. But speaking of which, if you have an allergy, must you state that in advance so that you would know what kind of treatment to give you? For example, I have protein allergy. That means I react to any form of protein. So must I tell you that for you to know what you can custom make for me?
Yes, I do ask as well. Especially one treatment, the serum, we can't give if you have wheat allergy and protein allergy, which is for wheat allergy, Energy Lift, it doesn't work for wheat allergy. For the protein allergy, the DHEA, it doesn't work because it gives you...
What is that DHEA?
DHEA means it's like for matured skin, which is women approaching the menopause. It's regulated still the DHE treatment, the DHE hormone now. Yes. You know, some people, when they get that period, they get emotional, irritated, tired, and all those kind of things happen when you approach the menopause. That's why the DHE treatment makes you more relaxed, calm. Yes.
So if, for example, I cannot do the protein treatment, and I want this skin cycle, what alternatives do I have? Very briefly before we take a break.
Okay. This treatment, if you have the allergy, the protein allergy, I can give you this treatment, but I can't give you the DHE. Although I can't give the DHE with this age group, and the DHE age group is not the same at the same time. But if you have allergy, you can still take this treatment because it doesn't have any side effect for protein allergy or wheat allergy. You can take the treatment. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jerusalem. We're taking a short break. I know this is interesting, but it makes it sound like skincare is so expensive. I hope we get to demystify that right after the break with Sharon. But before we do that, remember to engage us on social media at The Skin Therapy, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. You can also tweet me at Racian with a double S. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.